Om Niranjanang Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktadukampa Dritavigrahang Vai Ishavatarang Parameshamidang Tang Ramakrishnang Shirasa Namamaha Jananing Saradang Deving Ramakrishnang Jagadgurung Padopadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namasri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satche Sukha Sarupayo Swamine Tapoharine. Very revered and very dear Srimad Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, one of the illustrious vice presidents of our order worldwide. Swami Atmaprabhanandaji, the head of this great center of the Ramakrishna Vivekananda movement, Bhubaneswar Marg. Swami Bodhaswaranandaji, my esteemed colleague in headquarters at Belu Math, the main attraction of this function, should I say, if I be permitted to say so, our very honorable Sri Dharmendra Pradhanji, Honorable Minister for Natural Gas, Oil, etc. of the illustrious Narendra Modi government. Aparajita Sarangi, Honorable Member of Parliament from Bhubaneswar constituency, and we are expecting very shortly Honorable Minister Sri Ashok Chandra Panda, Minister for Science and Technology, Government of Odisha. Revered and dear brother monks, friends, admirers, devotees, and last but not the least, the media friends here. I find from the schedule that we are already running behind the schedule. That's why I would certainly like to be very, very brief. And I am also absolutely sure that you will kindly permit me to digress a little from the focal point of this function, the centenary of these great institutes, Bhubaneswar Marg. You must have read that book, at least some of you must have done that, I am sure, Toynbee. Arnold Toynbee uses a very interesting word in his book, creative minority. And what it is all about, creative minority. Toynbee says there is a movement in the world today. And if you want to save the future world, future mankind from the impending disaster, you must take a lesson from this movement. And the members of this movement, I call them creative minority. The order of Ramakrishna, Toynbee says, is creative minority. I remember we are through 125th of historic appearance of Vivekananda in the Chicago Parliament. And then this particular occasion was inaugurated by none other than our illustrious Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the Vigyan Bhavan in 2017. He spoke many things about Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda's appearance and its significance. But then one thing he told, I quote him, Vivekananda didn't believe in sermonizing alone. Vivekananda believed in actions, the hallmark of which is his establishment of Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, an organization which is going from strength to strength from during last 122 years and has never succumbed, I repeat, I quote, has never succumbed to any pressure tactics. That's what the Prime Minister, the leader of the nation, says. And as you all know that as a young man, Modi ji had been to Belu Math to become a member of the Ramakrishna order. Anyway, that didn't materialize for many reasons. But Modi ji says, I had a talk with him on some occasion, and he says that, ये खैर बहुत अफसोस का बात है जो मैं रामकृष्ण मिशन का सन्यासी बन नहीं सकूं, लेकिन कभी मैं आत्मजीवनी लिखूंगा तो इसका जिक्र जरूर करूंगा, एक अध्याय मैं समर्पण करूंगा इसके लिए. You have an illustrious minister from Orissa, Mr. Sarangi, you all know him, a man without a frontier. And Sarangi, of course, was a brahmachari in Ramakrishna order again. Anyway, he couldn't continue for some personal reason. What I am trying to tell you is that it is more than 100 years now, 1897, the journey started on 1st May, and we are in 2019. Shankaracharya built Matham in 4 corners of India, and Sri Ramakrishna did it through his disciples called Vivekananda, and the militia that was floated by Vivekananda was headed by none other than an illustrious disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Brahmananda. Vivekananda's militia's general was none other than Swami Brahmananda, about whom Swamiji writes somewhere in the West, you all are baffled to see my spiritual height. I have got a brother disciple of mine in India who is 1,000 times more spiritual than me, a living spiritual dynamo. And this was conceived by Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj. Sri Ramakrishna recognized him, identified him as one of the compatriots of Lord Sri Krishna. He was Siddham Sakha of Lord Sri Krishna. That's how Sri Ramakrishna accosted him. And he is the only disciple of Sri Ramakrishna who came from all the incarnations, right from Christ to Ramakrishna. And this is conceived by Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj. If our Matham in the south, like Chennai, today's Chennai, be then Madras, Bengaluru, are the spiritual towers of the spirituality which has been left to us as a legacy by Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna. In the East, I will certainly like to say that Belur Math and Bhubaneswar Math are the spiritual lighthouse that is going for next 1400 years to show path to the mankind. Swamiji says, the entire world will be divulged with spiritual flowers. I do not imagine, I see. And he says, I can very well see Belur Math will be the nerve center. Swami Brahmanandaji, of course, was the first president of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. And this is his baby, which has been nurtured by him intellectually, and then it has further been nurtured physically and spiritually by the great stalwart of Ramakrishna movement, Swami Shankaranandaji Maharaj and Swami Nirvananandaji Maharaj. I will only mention a particular anecdote of Nirvananandaji Maharaj. There are thousands like this. Time doesn't permit it. Swami Nirvananandaji Maharaj, who was known popularly as Suji Baba in Bhubaneswar, in Cuttack, and practically many places of Odisha. Swami Nirvananandaji constructed the temple, and then he invited Swami Vivekanandaji Marg, the then president of Ramakrishna order, and also one of the last year's disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. And then when the appointed day came, Vivekanandaji was down with temperature, high temperature. Vivekanandaji sent a message to Nirvananandaji that on my behalf, you inaugurate the temple and I will go and visit Bhubaneswar as soon as I come round. Nirvananandaji did it. He followed both verbatim and in spirit the mandate of Swami Vivekanandaji, the then president. And after Vivekanandaji became all right, he came here, and when he went to this temple, practically the temple which you see with slight modifications, and then he was in ecstasy. When he came out from the temple and went to his room, stealthily Nirvananandaji went with folded palms. He knelt down before him and told Maharaj, when you went to the temple, what did you see? What did Thakur say? And Vivekanandaji Maharaj told, Thakur told, being happy and satisfied and pleased with your devotion, he has made a seat here. Thakur is here, he has told me, because of your devotion. Thakur is here even today. Sri Ramakrishna is here in Bhubaneswar. Raja Maharaj told when there was practically nothing in Bhubaneswar, all bushes, jungles. Raja Maharaj told, this will be the capital of Odisha, when none could by any stretch of imagination think about it. It became. Raja Maharaj showed a place and told, in due course there will be a university coming up here. And today Kalinga University exactly stands on that particular ground. So this is what is Ramakrishna Vivekananda movement in the annals of spiritual history of the world. And regarding Bhubaneswar, well, the Swami in charge, Swami Atma Prabhanandaji, has dwelt at large. As I have told that we are running behind the schedule, and I would certainly like to be as brief as possible. I only wish this function a grand success, the very best. I also compliment Swami Atma Prabhanandaji, his monastic colleagues, and also the member of the management here, that they are here a witness, a personal witness to a historic occasion called Centenary of Ramakrishna Math, Bhubaneswar. I compliment them, I congratulate them, I invoke the blessings of Holy Trio on them. And then I must congratulate all those devotees, admirers, friends, the government of Odisha, the government of India, and on the top of all, the media friends too, for giving open arm cooperation to this movement to go forward. Three cheers for them. I wish them all the best, and I will also appeal to them to keep up their cooperation in a more stretched, longer arms to this great movement of Ramakrishna Vivekananda. With these few words, I offer my pranams, very respectful pranams, at the feet of Lord Jagannath. I offer my pranams at the feet of Lord Lingaraj. I also offer my pranams at the feet of the spiritual trio, our great master Sri Ramakrishna, our mother, your mother, the mother of the universe, the divine mother, Holy Mother Sharda Devi, and also our leader, the hero of the Middle Asia, to which I am a very, very humble soldier, Swami Vivekananda. And lastly, I once again offer my pranams to our very revered Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, my spiritual mentor, and then also he happens to be one of the illustrious figures of the Ramakrishna Vivekananda movement in the world today. With this, I once again thank you so much for kindly coming over here. I particularly thank our Minister, Government of India, Dharmendra Pradhanji. I know how busy he was and what a hectic schedule he was through. But then when I wrote a line to him, he immediately agreed. I am beholden to you. I am grateful to him, and maybe that I am slightly indebted to him for his generosity. I only wish to the great master Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, our mother and our General Swami Vivekananda, that a day should certainly come when Pradhan will be at the helm of affairs of our country and the state. And then I must also say a word of gratefulness to the Member of Parliament here in Bhubaneswar, Aparajita Sarangi. We are very grateful to her. We are grateful to the Minister who is due to come anytime now. And I am grateful on behalf of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission to all of you who have come here, who have made it to here. And should I bother our Honorable Parliament with a small request, and request is not for me, not for the Ramakrishna Mission so much, but for the city of Bhubaneswar to be proud of. That there is a road going by this, and that road should be named after this great spiritual giant who came here and blessed people of Bhubaneswar, Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj. I would be personally very happy. We will be organizationally very happy. And I am sure that our Member of Parliament will earn applause from the people of Bhubaneswar if she can do it, persuading the municipal authority at Bhubaneswar. With these few words, I would like to take leave of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. And I would pray for me, for you, for all of us, to my leader, Swami Vivekananda. Sarve sukhina bhavantu, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschit dukham apnuha. Let all be happy, let all be free from ailments, let all be blessed with the vision of truth, beauty and goodness, let misery touch none. Thank you so much.